Hello, today we will be drafting our infographics. We're just going to start today. It will probably take us a few days to finish. This is important because we need to practice writing sentences and we need to practice how we want to display our information and see how we like it to be displayed. The secret to doing this is to think about the information in categories we have prepared and think about how we want to arrange them in the infographic. We will also need to look at the research we did and put together sentences by thinking about how we want someone to read our infographic. So first, I'm going to think aloud and show you how I start my draft. Then you will get a piece of paper and draft your own infographic. So first, I'm going to title my infographic. My topic is on taking care of a pet cat, so I think that'll make a good title. So I'm going to write this on the top in the center. Taking care of a pet cat. I'm going to underline it to emphasize it. Okay. So you notice all the long words, I capitalized the first letter, and that's how we like to write our titles on our infographic, okay? And don't worry, you'll have this to look at when you do your own infographic, and I'll be here to help you. Okay, so first I'm gonna look at the research I did. So I've got my research right here. Okay, so so when I look at my information, I think I want to start with this topic, a cat's diet. So I decided that I want to start with this one because I think it's really important to know. So I'm going to label this section diet. So you guys will be able to color it however you want, but as an example, this is just how I want it. Diet. So I underlined that part too. I labeled it right here. I decided to put it there because that's my first information right here. Okay, so now I'm going to look at the research I wrote on my sticky note. Okay, so it says fresh water and food every day, food up to 3 times a day, and both wet and dry. Okay, so I want to put this in sentence form. Or right now it's on, as you can see, as I just read, it's in a list. So I want to put this on sentence form. So I'm going to do it first and then I'm going to explain my thinking. So fresh water and food every day. I'm going to say, cats need fresh water and food every day. And I think I can make my sentence longer, so I'm going to say, and food up to, or I'm going to say, let's just put that first sentence down. So, cats need fresh water and food every day. So as I write, I'm already thinking about how I want my infographic to look. So I know that I want this section kind of just to be over in this area. So I'm stopping the sentence right here and starting a new line. Okay, so I have cats need fresh water and food every day. Food up to 3 times a day, both wet and dry. So I'm going to say cats should get both wet and dry food up to... I feel like that's a little confusing. Cats can be fed wet or dry food up to 3 times a day. Okay, so I wrote all my information. All of this information on the sticky note is now on here. So let's read it. Diet. Cats need fresh water and food every day. Cats can be fed both wet or dry food up to 3 times a day. All right, I'm pretty satisfied with that. So I came up with this sentence, or these sentences, by practicing how the sentence would sound in my head, and also I said it aloud and I read it multiple times to make sure it made sense. Okay, so now that that section is done, I am going to look back at my research. Okay, so I also have a lot of information about their toys and stuff, and I named this topic enrichment. So I'm going to look at let me title the section first. And I'm going to see where I want it to go. It could go, obviously, anywhere. It's a blank sheet of paper, but I'm going to put it right here. And because it's my second piece of information, it's kind of like 1, 2, and then I'll have room for other stuff. So, enrichment. And I'm going to underline my heading. And you see how I capitalize both diet and enrichment here? That's what we like to do with our titles. Okay. So we've got scratching posts, toys for chasing, biting, pouncing. Oh, chasing, batting, pouncing, and biting. And stuff about perches. So these are they're related, but they're not as related as our last one was, right? So we want to think about how to organize this, and it's the way I like to do it is picture it in my head. And of course, trying out new things. This is just a draft, so you can erase and start over, or even get a whole new sheet of paper, you know? All right, so the first thing, I think I kind of want to put them in sections. So to make it look nice, I'm going to start with a little star, and I'm going to write about the scratching posts. So scratching posts shed the outer covering on their claws to scent mark and stretch. So I'm going to say cats need scratching posts. Cats need scratching posts to shed Okay, so I'm going to read what I just wrote. Cats need scratching posts to shed the outer covering on their claws, to scent mark, and to stretch. Does that sentence make sense? I feel like it does. I feel like it reads pretty clear. So I know I've accomplished my job. So let's see the next thing. So now we can see it says toys for chasing, batting, pouncing, and biting. So I put this in a little star section. It's still a full sentence, but it's kind of separated by I can separate the topics a little bit by putting little stars next to them so people know that each star is the start of a new type of enrichment. So I'm going to write, cats need toys for chasing, batting, pouncing, and biting. All right, so I still have more information, not on this sticky note, not on the toys. So I know that let's read this first. It says, cats need toys for chasing, batting, pouncing, and biting. And I like that sentence. I feel like it makes sense. And that's what you want to do when you check all of your sentences, to make sure that they make sense. All right, so this is just a practice, so I'm just showing you how to start yours. I think I would also add a picture in here. So let me do that for you really quick, just so you can get an idea, kind of the start of our information. It's just a quick little cat. Okay, it's kind of small, but you see, this is where I would like put a picture. Okay, like what's some of my other stuff? I have health for the vet. Oops, health. Okay, so all the health information might go here, and any other information I have can go here, or however I want to design it. All right, so great job. Thank you for listening, and it's time to start on yours.